watching the KUSI News at 6.
Nearly a dozen Atlanta teachers and administrators are now in jail. They have been convicted of racketeering for falsifying test scores. A state investigation found they were feeding answers to students, even altering some test results themselves. The reason? To keep their jobs and to get some bonuses. Those convicted include a school principal. And the investigation found evidence of cheating from so many, nearly 180 educators. Joining us now to weigh in on this issue and on this case, board-certified therapist, behavioral analyst Adam Heller. Adam, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
This is so scary when you think about this. It dates back to like the early 2000s and what's been going on, and just so many educators. Was this just something that seemed that it just kind of got caught up, like here, let's get the test scores better, and then it just kind of exploded from there?
Well, it really comes down to three things: values, emotions, and choices. Values are what's important to you. It was more important to these teachers to get good test scores than it was to teach the kids the information they needed to pass the test. Emotions, there's excessive pressure on these teachers to get good scores or the districts don't get their money. That produces stress, tension, fear. Those two things coupled together lead to the bad choice of cheating on these tests. And choices are what create our life. I've had 1,000 people come to me to learn how to make good choices for happiness and fulfillment. And in this case, the teachers just made really, really crummy choices. And it really boils down to we live in a society that has rules, and in this case, the teachers decided to break the rules.
Yeah, but how do you, if you're in a situation where you work and it's coming down from up above, right? It's coming down from the bosses. I was reading that some of these teachers were gonna, it was pretty hardcore. They were gonna get fired if they didn't get those test results up. You know, it's kind of a rock and a hard place. What do? You want to keep your job, but you want to
and that's
do the right
what produces the stress, tension, and fear. The thing is, we all experience that. 10 days from now, we're all going to be paying taxes. There are a lot of people short on money that are going to make a choice. Do they cheat or do they not cheat? So we all experience things all the time. The problem was these people thought it through and decided to make really poor choices. And maybe the worst part of it is one of teachers' really important capacities is to model behavior for kids, and what they modeled was really poor behavior. And now these kids know that it's okay to cheat.
Right, all these kids, back, like I said, dating back like 15 years that this has been going on. So what do you think they need to do to repair? You know, this school system in Atlanta, you know, it's been in the courts. People are seeing, you know, kids are seeing their teachers on TV, going away in handcuffs. What do you think they need to do to repair this whole thing?
Well, the bigger problem is all over, not just in Atlanta, and they need to change the test so that the test judges critical thinking and how kids think rather than rote memorization, so that they can't cheat on the tests and get away with it. And that's probably the #1 thing that we can really do to keep this moving forward and to really educate our kids, because they're first. They have lost in this.
Going back to the subjective essays and things like that when you write it out, your thought process.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Adam.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming in.